also
We are
optimal.
now live.
That too.
So count us in.
And we are back. Everybody's at 6 minutes.
Yep.
I'm gonna count us in, and we're gonna be going. So 3, 2, 1, go. And looks like we're getting to see the first backs coming off across the board. Garfield Juice has got his Bomby Cinder. I mean, it's a solid pick, but I don't know into the Garen if that's gonna maybe make him lose CS under the tower, because Garen's gonna typically have priority in that lane. It's probably gonna work out okay for him. It's just one little wrinkle that I don't think some top laners think about when they go Sunfire Cape, is that if you're stuck under tower, it makes last hitting a lot more difficult for you. Lost Chapters in the mid lane, although Simply Phenomenal has an abundance of items as well because of the inspiration tree.
I mean, that's generally going to happen. His stopwatch is almost online as well, so if any ganks are going to come out from the side of Frontlash, he does have to be very wary of that, and to try and get the timing down before Simply Phenomenal has access to that.
Oh, that hook! Ooh, that was close. A good rocket jump away from Jirachi. Almost had a little bit of double lift syndrome there, where instead of just using the rocket jump, instead of just not like, what am I trying to say? Instead of just buffering it when the pull hits, just used it, and there was the potential there, if the timing worked out right, that Juicy Daddy could have pulled Jirachi literally out of the rocket jump. Didn't quite play out that way, but it could have. Like, that's an interaction that we could see happen this game. What?
Hillary Clinton actually getting some damage off to Garfield. We're just gonna let that one slide.
That was hilarious. I don't know if Duke Turk was going for the all-in or just trying to clear the minion, but it just looked really funny.
Actually, we do see the Vi gank.
A gank coming in from Vi. The Q is going to hit into the Tibbers, not with the stun, but it's a lot of damage. The damage is coming. Tibbers is taking the tower. Does he have anything else out of Juicy Mommy? He does not. And they're not going to be able to get that kill, unfortunately. Frontlash, though, did not use his flash and got the heal out of Simply Phenomenal. But now in the bot lane, we got a couple of flashes being traded. Nuke Turk flashes to get the trample stun onto Juice Me Daddy, who flashes away at the same time that Family Man flashes over the wall. A nice flash. The direst flash, if you will, just on the opposite side of the rift. And all that action, and nothing happened but some summoner trades.
Well, Simply Phenomenal actually playing that well. Waiting to burn the heal to get away from the Timber stun that Juice Me Mommy had. Not really being in range to hit the ignite as well. So in reality, the heal, the little speed buff that you get from the heal, working in really good favor on Simply Phenomenal there.
I will say that's the wrinkle of heal. And we do see some action. I'll get back to the point in a second. We see action. Oh, that hook! This is going to be interesting. Red team is going to pick up the Cloud Drake, but Nuke Turk is now on the wrong side of this wall. Directed camera be damned. He is going to get the blast cone over into the Dragon Pit, and I'm going to publicly call out Hillary Clinton and call him a hypocrite because he's doing the exact same thing that myself and Dylan did to him when he was casting. We've got a nice gank path here from Elucida coming in behind Juice Me Mommy. He's going to get the stun down. Juice Me Mommy has flash. He's probably have to use it, but the Vile Assault and Battery coming in on Elucida. Going to get the flash, the burn. Juice Me Mommy with Ignite is going to pick up a kill onto Elucida. And inversely of how we said, Elucida did not get the counter gank. Frontlash got the counter gank with the flash, assault, and battery onto Elucida to get the kill.
Was his ignite not up on that tower dive? Because it would have secured the kill earlier, but it got him this kill now.
It was, but Juice Me Mommy was not ever in range to drop it.
Gotcha.
So after all said and done,
yeah,
Golden
really good counter gank there. Yeah, really good counter gank there from Frontlash. It's just really unfortunate that the electrocute went through, and then Juice Me Mommy, as he was fading away from the flash, actually hit the ignite on Elucida as well, taking away a lot of that healing factor, the pot that was actually burning at the time. That in combination with Frontlash's red as well, just too much for Elucida to handle, and ended up getting killed in the process.
Hold the phone.
Yo, what's up?
Look at what Annie's summoner or keystone is. It is Fleet Footwork. I did not notice that until right now. A new take on the Fast Annie idea.
Is that Moondrive Annie?
Is that Juice Me
Moondrive
Mommy?
Annie would be Predator.
that Juice Me Mommy being Juice Me Mommy, or is that a mistake
Oh yes.
and they didn't
This
fix
this
that?
is Duskblade Ezreal level of next levelness right now. I'm
So
so
we're gonna have to see how that works out.
well. I get the logic behind it. It's the same. It's similar to the logic why I wanted to go fleet footwork on the Aatrox jungle. Helps you in the early game a little bit, just stay healthy. And when you're in the middle of these skirmishes, when you're on a champion that just wants to stay on somebody's face, essentially, having that little extra burst of move speed can be the difference. And so I don't hate it, but
Yeah,
we'll have to see how it goes in the late game if maybe there's too much of a damage trade-off. You know?
I mean, we kind of have to be a little bit more subjective to that because of the fact that we just saw Simply Phenomenal get away with a little bit of his life.
True.
So we kind of have to question that, you know, had it been an electrocute or
He would have
anything
died.
other, then,
Yes.
then it would have gotten the kill.
This is going to be a potential fight in the bot lane as Family Man walks right up to New Kappa Turk, but nothing ends up happening. New Kappa sitting on the Fizz top special of the Ignite TP right now. No
New
flash
Kappa
on
Turk-
this cow.
New Kappa Turk was actually thinking about that situation and was really just trying to assess it. Just be like, he was in that bush just thinking about his life. Like,
Yes.
I really
Do
think
I-
I should go in, and then he saw front lash and he was like, no.
It's a good thing I didn't. There's so much ward coverage on this bot side of the jungle from
Oh,
both
front lash
teams.
is actually here. in
All
the
this
bottom.
lane gank.
Something to note, New
Palm's
Kappa
down,
has
Palm's
no
down.
flash.
Okay, nothing to come, but
Oh,
New Kappa
yeah,
Turk
he
used
does have-
Pulverize for nothing there. So it could have resulted in a gate coming in off of it.
Yeah.
Top lane's
also,
pretty vanilla.
Also, New Kappa Turk does not have flash, has teleport.
He does have his ulti. I don't remember the name of it. I suck at this thing. He does have his own ulti.
Unbreakable.
That Unbreakable Will. So he is a very hard target to kill, especially for a Jhin right now, because there's just not as much damage to cut through that reduction that you'll see on New Kappa Turk.
Oh, hello.
And we do see a little bit of skirmishing over Pink Ward, still trying to make this play work, and he's gonna be taking a half health at the start of it. He's gonna get silenced. Oh, that is a long assault and battery as the general opens up with Curtain's Call. Gonna finish the kill on New Kappa Turk. Gonna miss the 4-shot onto Jirachi, but Front Lash will finish the kill by punching Jirachi in the face over and over and over. A very good gank.
Front lash really enabling his laners right now, really putting on the pressure. We saw Lucida starting to rotate down, but just too late to join the fight. Front lash being so proactive, I mean, that's what you kind of expect on a champion that he knows so well on the Vive, knowing the limitations and knowing what he can do to make sure that this game stays in favor of Send Nudes.
And that really highlighted the point I made in Champion Select, where that Vi was almost a pivot snap pick into the Tristana. Because that was a long assault and battery, because it followed Tristana through her rocket jump. Top lane tower getting down to about half health. We might see a play up here from Elucida. Did not, unfortunately, get back top lane while they had Hillary Clinton's flash down. It's going to be, that's a one tanky Garen at this point, but there is a red smite and a red buff on the side of Elucida to get a little bit of true damage burn going down. Is going to get the flash and the Q away from Hillary Clinton to survive, knowing his job in that situation is just to not die.
That was really smart by Hillary Clinton, waiting for the red buff and the smoke bomb to go ahead and get off of him, so that way he can cleanse it off with the Q. Very smart. A lot of Garens tend to panic and just automatically press the Q to just get the movement speed and not getting the cleanse portion of it down. So very smart there.
Oh, we get a flash stun in from Juice Me Mommy, the the item that stays
Stopwatch.
Stopwatch, but we do have a TP coming in from Garfield Juice with his ulti. We get an all-in onto Frontlash, who's just going to get blocked down and killed by Elucida. Ultimately a trade, but now it's a 3v4 in the mid lane while Hillary Clinton is top lane. Does have we got a TP going top. Oh, the hook from Juice Me Mommy. Curtain Call coming in from Family Man. Can he get any hits on anybody else other than this tanky Maokai? He does get the flash away, but first turn's going to ultimately go over to Hillary Clinton in the top lane. That knockup was really well timed by Juice Me Daddy. Actually got Jirachi out of the rocket jump. Didn't blow any summoners because Jirachi didn't have any summoners to blow, but it was a really nice... It showed that there's ways for the side of Senudes to deal with the Tristana like resets in a team fight, both with Blitzcrank with Vi.
Yeah, it was a really good. It was a really good knockup. However, in reality, it was not that worth because he did end up blowing his flash in the process. When you know. You don't
Oh,
have
I
the
didn't know he
numbers
flashed for
advantage.
that knockup.
No, he didn't flash for the knockup. He got the knockup. He went forward for the knockup, and then he flashed out because he was too overextended. So in reality, not very worth in that situation, knowing that you did not have the numbers advantage. Don't know why you would step forward to try and engage a fight like that. However, like you said, it was still a very well placed knockup, knocking Jirachi out of the
And and kill pressure be damned, simply phenomenal. It does have the control in this lane right now. It's had Juice Me Mommy on less than half health for like the last 10 minutes, it feels like. We do see New Kappa Turk getting all up in the face. Juice Me Mommy is so low. Red team's gonna actually take the dragon. Simply phenomenal will steal away with the Q. File in onto Jirachi, who's going to die, but Frontlash will give over the kill back to New Kappa Turk, who gets the kill while he's dead. Feels good, man. New Kappa switching off of his fun summoners. He had Ghost DP at one point, and now he's back onto the Ignite Flash. Back onto where he started this game. The question for me is Hillary Clinton does have himself a decent little gold lead. It's only 800 gold, so it's not huge, and it's mostly that first tower gold that he picked up. Can Hillary Clinton turn that into more? That's where I'm kind of at, and you do see gold leads on actually across the board right now. Instead of Send Nudes, they have a 2k gold lead or so.
He's gonna need an Executioners to be able to increase that.
I mean,
lead in the side lane.
I do not disagree with you. We all know how a Maokai can get. It looks like Rift Herald is where we're looking at for the next big play of the game. Juice Me Daddy trying to play around the vision. I mean, you're Blitzcrank. You need them to not know where you are to be able to hook them.
You know, Dylan, you say Executioner's calling. I kind of want to say Thornmail. You get a little bit of an tankiness as well, and you'll be able to deal with the Tristana.
He is going to get face check this Maokai. This is going to be Hillary Clinton in a 1v3 without a flash. Can he get away from the grasping roots using his Q move speed? And he's just going to run away and give zero shits. Well played by Hillary Clinton, absorbing actually a lot of pressure. The downside to it is there's not really anything on the bottom side of the map to take for the side of Send Nudes. There's no dragon up right now, and they don't really have a wave in place to try and pressure that bot tower, so it means Rift Herald may just go over to they are here right here. I don't see why it shouldn't.
If I'm Annie, I really don't want to face check this Rift Herald and just let it go.
Nope.
You have you have Alistar and Maokai that are missing. I think you kind of have to put two and two together and understand that if you show,
You're dead.
Yeah, you're not going to be long for this world.
I mean, you have Flash on New Kappa, who's just gonna flash on you if you show up.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, very smart to just give that up at that point. You lost control of that map by having to send your bot lane. And they actually put Hillary Clinton down on the bot lane. I like this rotation. It's the timer on Baron. See, that's unfortunate. I can't tell the timer on Baron right now. Timer on Baron's about a minute, and the Dragon timer is longer, so they know that that's the next big play. They want Hillary Clinton down there, but it looks like Frontlash maybe trying to sneak in for a little sneaky lane gank, knowing that he can show bot right now and not risk them taking a Baron, essentially.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Jirachi does have flash and heal available though, so I'm not sure how effective this will actually be. They may have to dive pretty hard for this.
well, the new cap is there and
Elucidus
Elucidus here.
Yeah. I think they're just gonna back off, kind of sniffing it out, understanding that, there's a lot of people that are missing from the map.
Yeah, and the pings going down on the mid lane at the same time, so both teams just kind of playing that game of chess right now, moving their pieces around the board, seeing what the other team does to respond to it, and just kind of gauging and feeling out everybody so that they can maybe work towards setting up their mid game, setting up how they're going to play this mid game. Because at this point in the game, it's anybody's ball game still. It's only a 3k gold lead. That's a sizable gold lead, but it's nothing that means that the game's over. You know, the ward is not actually seeing Frontlash there because of the control wards. They do not know that Frontlash is here. Oh, it did see him.
When you first placed it at Grant's Vision.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I thought it was there already. I didn't see it.
No, yeah.
Initially.
It was initially.
I thought it was already there.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized Jin had Comet, not Fleet Footwork.
Yeah.
Well, at first I thought, because when I saw that Annie had Fleet Footwork, I wondered if mine was bugging. And Jin took Fleet, and Annie took Comet, and they messed it up. But then I saw Jin proc Comet, so I'm like, well, no, it's not bugging. It's a Fleet footwork Annie.
I should see a 4-man here brewing up in the bot lane.
There is a TP from the mid lane on the Maokai. There's no TP from the Annie in the map in the mid lane, so this could turn into a 5v4 really fast. That Senudes can't really respond to, and it's an Annie. You can't really get too much tower pressure on a play like that. So they're gonna smartly back up and chill.
In my opinion, these are the times where Juice Me Daddy has to shine, and he has to get a good pick. Just like
Right
he's
here?
hitting right now.
Right here!
Phenomenal.
That hook was huge, and Simply Phenomenal is gone. It is a 5v4, and Alusta is dead. It is a 3v5 now. Huge play.
I
out of
promise.
Juicy
Right on
Daddy.
cue.
I
Oh
promise
my
I'm not
gosh.
at the end of the stream. But that's what I was trying to say. Juice Me Daddy in these chess match situations where everybody's rotating, trying to get a leg up on someone, that's where he needs to shine and he needs to get those picks through. That's the value
Absolutely.
of the Blitzcrank in this mid game. It's not so much the early game pressure because he does have a lot, but this is essentially
In the
where
mid
he
game, this is how you
shines.
play it. Yes.
Exactly.
And this should translate over into a dragon. I think I still can't tell a dragon timer.
35
because of the
seconds.
stupid 35 seconds, so it's iffy. They definitely have priority over the area, but I don't think you can just step up and take this. They are clearing out vision, maybe looking for another Alistair hook. New Capaturka is going to face check this bush. He's going to get knocked up. He's going to get not rooted. Unstoppable is on. He is a tanky cow. He's going to get hooked away from the blast cone. He's still tanking. Going to get stunned down. 5e Ignite down. Frontlash will pick up the kill with his Vault Breaker. Garfield Juice will eventually pick this one. Oh, that positioning from Juice Me Mommy was disgusting. The root on the Deadly Flourish going to land as well. I don't think it's Deadly Flourish, but we're going to call it that and
Yes,
just
it
roll
is.
with it.
It is.
I was right. Look at me go. And it is ultimately a 1-for-2 in the favor of Senudes. Winning these skirmishes all on the back of Juice Me Daddy, just making these early picks happen. Rift Herald summoned in the mid lane. This shouldn't instantly take the tower, but I expect it to get at least one charge off.
Juice Me Daddy can knock it up before it actually goes through. Does not.
He's just going to die. The flash auto in from Elucida, and it is going to be a death back over, 10-6. The tower's on like 2 health. Okay, it goes
Wow,
down.
the one caster minion that
Yeah.
I can
And this
be
should
your
be
hero,
triple.
baby.
This is General Dill's favorite time of day. Do we know why?
it's another Cloud Drake. It's
It's
triple
triple
Cloud.
Cloud
needs
Drake,
this
baby.
really, really badly.
And actually, you can meme Cloud Drake all you want. It's actually pretty good right now. And on top of it, I think Cloud Drake goes really well with Alistair and Maokai, who rely on a move speed delta with the enemy champion. They might actually have to get pushed off this, so their tanks are only on half health. They do have grasping roots from Maokai. They are not quite at Unbreakable Will yet. For
Nature's
Alistair.
Grasp.
Nature's Grasp, close enough.
Grasping
And
roots
it's
is
going to be an all in on to the Garen, who's still alive. Elucida has slain Frontlash. It is a 4v5, and Unbreakable Will comes in now. A good Zanya's there from Juice Me Mommy, but it's not going to matter as Elucida will pick up the shutdown. Only 2 kill shutdowns, not huge. Can we get the steal of all steals? Juice Me Mommy's looking, and Elucida, he does get the hook over actually into some damage. Is it going to be enough? The Hex Flash over Fanny Man is going to kill New Capaturka. Can he finish this kill? The Flash ult there.
They're cut
from
off.
Hillary Clinton. I don't think that Arthur has a flash.
He's the
He's just
villain.
going to be sacrificial land, and he's the villain. It's a double kill for Garen. Can they do anything more with this is the question.
Well, topside is pushing. So right now, Send News actually does have the priority. Elucida getting hooked, unfortunate circumstance there, but Garfield Juice trying to back him up, losing his life in the process. Really just, they have the triple Cloud Drake, which is kind of unfortunate for Send Nudes, but it did turn a terrible situation into a relatively bad one, in my honest opinion.
Elucida was being a little bit shaky as the Grays, and he was standing between the Dragon and the team, trying to block the Deadly Flourish from Jhin, which was a steal potential. And then the Deadly Flourish came, and then a hook came. And he's actually relatively lucky that they still got that Dragon, because he got pulled away from it and wasn't able to smite it. So it could have actually backfired really hard.
I don't think he had
Yeah.
Smite available. You think he used it in the
No.
fight beforehand?
Oh,
Yeah,
so maybe he didn't even have smite.
Yeah, he used the smite in accordance with Frontlash. Frontlash actually forcing that fight. Nature's Grasp.
Nature's Grasp coming out from Garfield Juice. Just a zoning ulti. That'll happen sometimes. It doesn't actually catch anybody, but it's nice sometimes to just stall a little bit give your team a chance to show up. Nothing wrong with using that ulti that way.
Especially because it's on such a low cooldown.
Oh yeah, once you get 2 points in it, you actually almost have it for like any time you find anybody, anywhere, ever. I'm memeing, that's not true, but...
So, Send Nudes is still in the driver's seat in this game.
When you can see the Cloud Drake's working, you see how fast New Turk is. He even has a ghost right now.
Yeah, it's...
Like, that cow is faster than anybody on your team. He might be caught out here, though.
I think they go for this pick. I think they go for this pick if they
The knockup is there. Unbreakable Will is off. There it is. It is used. TP coming in from Garfield Juice. Can they get out of the situation? Juice Me Daddy is just going to get headbutted into the team, and he is going to go down to Jirachi. That's the trouble with looking for picks onto an Alistair. If he has his ulti up, it's hard to focus that cow down.
Well, oh my god, the damn Juice Me Mommy flashing in with the bear. Garfield Juice is going to go ahead and take him down. Jin is on
my
double kill, just front flash. He's still going for more. Hillary Clinton in there. They turned that fight so much. Juice Me Mommy with the flash bear.
Wow.
Taking out.
This might be simply going down too. The curtain's call opening up. It is just going to not end up being that, but it's going to turn into tower mid lane. Wow. Juice Me Mommy making the highlight play that you want to see on the Annie. Found Elusive, who is arguably the biggest target right now. Jirachi's not quite online yet. Tristana really needs that third item to get there. That was just huge. Like,
yeah.
Juice Me Mommy single-handedly won them that team fight.
New Turk is so fast. Oh my god.
Right? That's
having to burn the vault breaker just to try and put some space between him and New Turk. That is one fast. That is fast food right there. That is a burger.
Uber Eats League of Legends edition.
Oh.
Juice Me Daddy might be getting caught out here by Lucid. This should be okay. Does have his W move speed to get away in close and distance. But now we set up. They have a TP advantage for Send Nudes. They can set up and do this 4-1 play all day long. Hillary Clinton can just walk up to the tower, auto tag it a couple times, not care for a second, and then run away. Because he's Garen and he has the regen. They have a really good chance to maybe just get a lot of towers bot lane during this little 4-1 play on this Baron dance. The issue, of course, being there's a lot of move speed on the side of they are here, and they could easily converge onto Hillary Clinton, but he's been converged on by their whole team this like entire game and hasn't died yet. Like, he's doing a very good job at avoiding those, and it actually looks like they're just gonna group and force is what it's looking like they're going for. Knowing Garfield Juice doesn't have TP for another 2.5 minutes.
Actually,
it's gonna be tense.
Okay,
they're not grouping.
Actually knows that.
I mean, they do. They do. Juice Me Daddy saw him TP into that last play. He's going to be Baron Vision getting granted over to They Are Here. Simply phenomenal, just doing what he's supposed to do on Xerath, just using abilities, trying to poke people.
So, while we have this lull in the action, I do want to say, They Are Here. This game is insane. They Are Here are not playing this game badly by any means. They're actually.
But they're down 7k gold.
Because of the fact that Send Nudes is just so good at reacting. There is no reason why Juice Me Mommy should go for that flash play, knowing he does not have Juice Me Daddy and does not have the numbers advantage, but does it anyway, and they capitalize so well on it. And that's what I want to put attention to. Send Nudes right now is reacting so well to these numbers advantages, and they're showing why they're no slouch. You know, they may be the last team in the league right now,
but they've come a
reacting
long
so well, much better than they have this past season.
We do see Elizabeth getting caught out. The hook hits into the deadly flourish. He's dead. Oh my god! That hook was dirty.
That was max range.
And Tristana is getting converged on by everybody. The rocket jump is gonna go right into a Garen. It's gonna force the flash out, and that's a pretty big cooldown to not have your 80 carries flash for the next upcoming team fight when there's an Annie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Blitzcrank.
There's definitely a reticle on that.
Yes.
On that Tristana by front lash, knowing that it is an 80 carry without flash, just has the jump. But honestly speaking, Frontlash isn't going to
Doesn't care about the jump.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's gonna
And we
get
do
the
see a
jump.
Mountain Drake going over to Sendits. Feels bad for they are here. They like the Cloud Drakes, but you would have loved that Mountain Drake. So for the one Drake you lose to be the Mountain Drake feels kind of bad. And what I was going to say before that insane pick by Juicy Daddy, where they are here has been getting the dragons. Sendits has just been taking towers. They're 3 towers up. That's a lot of the gold lead. It's not a huge farm advantage anywhere. 40 is the biggest farm advantage in any role, and that's in top lane. Every role, typically, outside of tower damage, or of tower gold, is decently close. There's still going to be a gold lead on the side of Sendits without those towers, but it wouldn't be nearly as big. And that's really the difference right now in this game as far as like where teams' power lies. The power for they are here lies in the fact that they have those extra dragons. Unfortunately for them, they would have loved those to have been infernals or mountains to actually like do something for you. The clouds help in pick potential. They don't get any. They don't get any like raw stats. They don't have a Hecarim in the game or anything like that. They don't get any damage to burn down this Baron.
I want to agree with you, but at the same time, these Cloud Drakes are part of the reason why they haven't lost this game yet. Really, Sent Nudes has had better lane management, side lane management, than they are here have had this entire game. And
So it's helping them to converge on side lanes and pick up lanes. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So they would have been losing the side lane matchups had they not had those three Cloud Drakes.
I can understand that.
Not to say that no one's gonna be mad at like a triple Infernal, but I just feel like those triple Cloud Drakes, you know, they shouldn't go unseen.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that they don't matter. I definitely see the purpose in it, and I was talking like how good it can be on an Alistar and a Maokai for that move speed delta, especially now that the bonus doesn't completely drop off while you're in combat. You lose some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
So like having that extra move speed when you're Maokai and you just want to run at their AD carry and press W on them is huge.
Yeah.
That's big. That's why you Maokai's build Righteous Glory. It's the same reason.
So hot take, I don't think Garfield Juice actually wins this matchup anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he
yes,
Oh my,
yeah,
what was
back
that
to the wall.
interaction? His Jirachi is dead. Frontlash is still alive, and he is still kicking. He is going to get taken down by a flash auto attack from Elucida, who is still full health in this team fight. But Simply Phenomenal was actually taken out on the backside of that fight by Juicy Mami. Flash Ignite down, you can only assume that means that it was used in both of those situations. Could this be a Baron force? Maybe not, because Frontlash is dead, but it definitely gives priority on the map over to Sendnudes to do whatever they want.
You know something? It's really, really beneficial that they have the Garrett in this situation, because Garfield Juice needs to be in this lane to answer it. They're going through a little skirmish right now, but they're both pretty tanky.
To answer your question about if Garen wins that lane, nobody wins that lane anymore. Nobody deals damage to anybody.
Garen's
it's like
building a
Maokai
CZ
Karma.
rod now.
Oh, that's so smart though, because he's not able to stuff to the tower, but the ZZ Rot minions are.
Now,
We're going to see pressure onto this mid lane inhib tower. It is just Jhin and Blitzcrank, not the most third damage. Garen's just going to try and get the demolish proc. We do get an all-in from New Turk, but nothing happening. And Hillary Clinton doing exactly what I mentioned, not caring. I'm Garen. I'm tanky as heck. I'm just gonna walk up to your tower, whether I have minions in it or not, and auto attack it.
And that's where the value of Garrett is really coming into play. Is the fact that Garfield Juice has to be in that lane to respond, or else Hillary Clinton takes the entire lane. Garfield Juice is not being able to be with his team and provide and provide that ulti, provide that that tank ability in those team fights.
And he may actually just he has to burn the flash because Juice Me Daddy, knowing that Baron wasn't going to be a threat, says I can make this roam real quick.
And that's the thing, they are struggling because of the fact that New Turk can't solo tank in these fights. I mean, you just saw that Simply Phenomenal got taken out on the backside and didn't provide a lot of CC for the Tristana. Well, he provided the CC.
It's exactly what you said though. It's exactly what you said though, because it wasn't about. I don't think it was about New Kappa not being able to tank. New Kappa lived that fight. It was about them being able to get to the damage dealers. Jirachi and Simply were both killed. Frontlash killed Jirachi almost solo. Jushimami killed Simply, I'm pretty sure solo. I don't think anybody got assists from that fight, other than maybe Family Man from hitting a W onto Jirachi. I don't think anybody got an assist on Simply Phenomenal. Because they just, it was the two dive. Oh, the hook is going to hit. It is an unbreakable. It is used. Can they do anything with this? It is still a lot of people. And the flash is going to go through from New Kappa. And it is going to be Curtain Call opening up. Maybe looking. Can he hit any of it? I don't think so. I think they're all out of range at this point.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world. As Jin, like, yeah, like not having it sometimes sucks. But, like, at the end of the day. And we do actually see Baron getting
here actually has vision of this.
Have the mountain. They do, because that pink ward, doesn't sight it. That pink ward sights a TP coming in from Garfield Juice and a TP coming in from New Kappa Turk. I was like,
oh,
2 TPs?
Wait, Hillary Clinton is
Hillary Clinton. Well, he's Garen though. He can just run.
Well,
he has flash too. Garen's not gonna die. The hook on Garfield Juice, he's gonna get knocked up, silenced, gonna W onto Just Be Mommy. Eventually might go down. It is still Maokai.
And
the next ball breaker is gonna hit. And Hillary Clinton lives. Look at that. He did have full flash.
That's a Baron call, isn't it?
It's I think so, but I mean the Hansu's still alive. This is still a ballsy Baron. And the pink one has not been killed. The Right of the Arcane coming in from something phenomenal. Garen's just going to run up and try and cancel it. He's going to actually get his Q canceled. He's trying to face tank here. Going to drop the ulti onto Jirachi, but not going to do it. He is so tanky. Oh my gosh. Hansu going in. He's going to pick up the steal, but he's probably going to trade his life for it. He will eventually. Oh, that's Sterax coming in clutch for front lash. He might still go down. So Baron does go over to the side of they are here. A nice steal by Elucida. One of those situations where Hillary Clinton, I was just gonna say Hillary Clinton ran at Simply Phenomenal to cancel Right of the Arcane. Perhaps she should have just ran to Elucida and just kept the jungler out of the pit. Those situations are always tough to shot call though. But it is an Elder Dragon being starting up now for the side of Sennu. Juice Mommy is out of mana and front lash is super low. So if they are here can get in for a fight.
I don't think so.
And I don't think they can, not in time. Nope, it is going to be Elder Dragon. Not the most influential Elder Drake, because it's just a one Drake plus the Elder Drake. But it's still nice to have, and it's definitely nice to deny from the side of they are here.
Also, Garen has now finished the ZZ Raw portal. I'm wondering if he puts that bot and then immediately goes top to create those two side lane pressure.
See, I think if you put it bot and just leave it, it dies too quick. It's not like Maiden of the Mist or anything like on York, where you can put it down and it actually like lives a long time. It just takes 5 autos to kill a ZZ Route portal. It takes a lot more than that to kill a Maiden. I don't think that's the play here, but he might.
One thing to note though, as long as Elucida is the villain, Garen is gonna have more value in team fights than Maokai.
Oh, yes, 100%. Because if they kill Elucida, they win that team fight. Hands down.
You know,
at this point in the game.
I'm also wondering if maybe Hillary Clinton tries to be a little sneaky, and you know, as you're seeing right now, Sendu is positioning around the top side. If he just
could just go mid.
Yeah, if he just kind of sneaks into the mid, he has the innate tank ability and take that turret without the minion wave.
And that turret's already so low. That's a big crit on the front lash, taking like a third of his health bar instantly. The hook just missing, but forcing the rocket jump. That's a good like 15 seconds. Jirachi needs to feel a little bit at risk.
I think Garen actually is by himself in the bottom lane. I think he just goes ahead and takes this turret.
I don't think Maokai can get back in time.
Yeah, I think he has the proc available as
Demolish,
well,
yeah.
so he's gonna be able to.
ZZ Rod's not in range.
Yeah, the ZZ Rod being there is a little bit unfortunate. That is the turret going down, so it's probably going to end up being a negative Baron power play when all is said and done, with both the Elder Drake, the kills, and the tower going over. If they are here, can't get any towers off the back end of this.
And right now, honestly speaking, they are here are wasting this Baron because of listen, it gets caught.
That hook though, Juice Me Daddy is call him Afro Moon, call him who's the other Blitzkrieg player? Mad Life, yes. Call him Daddy.
No, he's Mommy.
He's Mommy.
Oh, I forgot. I was on board. I forgot. I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry I assumed your gender. I'm done with this.
Daddy. He's actually Daddy though.
No.
Yes, he is.
Sean is
no,
Daddy.
he is Juice Me Daddy. He's telling
Juice
Daddy.
Me Mommy is
Juice
Daddy.
Me.
Juice Me Daddy is Mommy.
I always forget this.
Wait. Now I'm confused.
What? Let's
In
forget
any
it.
case, a negative Baron power play is in effect. I do not believe there are any. Yeah, the Baron has actually.
Baron is timed out, and Garen has a demolish proc for this tower. If he can get up and sneak his way onto it.
I don't think he can sneak on.
Nope, I don't think he can right now. It's always that game you play, that little mini game of can I or can't I?
But again, the reason why Garfield Juice was in the bot lane trying to make sure that the Garen doesn't take those towers, and New Capaturk solo cannot engage in those team fights by himself. He needs some other form of engage to try and make that Baron even worth to try and find, but he can't find it. That
Well, I
and
think
the fact that he doesn't have Flash, he has Ghost right now.
well, of course he does. I love this game.
Oh, he now has Flash.
And there's his ghost. But a ghosted triple Cloud Drake Alistair. If there's ever a time if you're New Capaturk to just run at them, now is that time. Let's see. They need to get an engage. They just have to go. They have their 5-man. They have their 5-man set right now. If they don't engage right now, bot lane tower's gonna be gone. And Elucida's bot lane, who can probably hold it off. But then like all your pressure on the top lane's gone because Elucida's the main carry right now.
There's no villain.
So they can just step up to the tower. Although there is no villain up there, that is true. But it does tilt that lane matchup of the Garen into the... Oh wait, is he not the villain anymore?
They Are Here hasn't gotten a kill in the last 5 minutes, so there's no villain.
Oh, I didn't know that was a mechanic.
Yeah, it's whoever has the most kills within the last 5 minutes, unless you kill them.
So what needs to happen is they need to int over a kill. I'm kidding, I'm trolling.
So they're rotating actually.
Jirachi trying to go handle this. They realize they just need Elucida here. And they're just getting this little chip damage. They all in. Coming in from They Are Here. Frontlash is gonna get the tower. He's gonna end up going down with his life in a flash away. Elucida gets the kill. And a nice headbutt in, but the good Zanyas from Juicy Yami stalled. Does not have his flash though. Jirachi is here. Whoa! Almost the force shot taking out Elucida. And they managed to get the defense on maybe a little bit of greed from Senudes to just kind of go for it instead of playing a little bit slower. But they're not gonna be able to get anything off of this either. Baron's not up. It's up in a minute.
There's that villain onto Elucida though now.
And now we have a villain again. It was, in the words of Overwatch, it was an economy push. They have a villain now again.
Man, I just don't know how They Are Here can respond to this. They did really, really well to go ahead and rotate over their 2 tanks while Jirachi was in the bot lane handling the Garen. I think you keep that setup because of the fact that Jirachi can stay safe, has the flash, has the heal available. We'll be able to go ahead and just wave clear that lane and let Elucida and Simply Phenomenal try and carry out the 4v4.
Yeah, there's really
that is the key.
And there's really no world that this Garen should be able to solo kill Jirachi without Jirachi epically misplaying at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
especially having the GA
shot, the
and
buster
the
shot, the GA, the W, the flash
and both
shield.
summoners. So like if there's any person who is the safest in that lane matchup, it's Jirachi. And that's not the end of the world because your main teamfight damage right now is Elucida. And some from Simply, I'm sorry, I just got the hiccups all of a sudden.
Ooh, the banana bush pink ward though.
Baron is up. There was a Mountain Drake on the side of Senudes. Help them burn it down a little quicker.
The red buff banana bush control ward isn't seeing that regular ward.
That could come into play. That gives a little bit of vision for Juice Me Daddy to play with. They're starting the Baron up. It's already almost down to half health. They're burning it kind of quickly. The big ward gonna come in. Is there? And Frontlash gets it, but do they live? Do they live? The engage is coming in. Family Man is so... Oh, that's... Juice Me Mommy is so low. Can they get away? 1's dead, 2 is dead, 3 are dead. Oh, you do not want to open up there, Family Man. Oh, gosh. He is ballsy Jin player, I'll tell you that.
So Garen has to actually back here. The push is done. Really good by They Are Here, understanding that they can give up the Baron, but just kill them
And just
all
win the
instead.
team fight. Yep.
Yeah, they kill them all instead of putting priority on the Baron. They're really good call. And they're going to be able to, I think they take the inhib here, actually.
It's gonna be tricky.
It's
Oh
Tristana.
my god, that damage from Jin. One auto attack on half health. Let's have the GA. He is getting sat on by New Kappa Turk. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is face taking 4 people. He's gonna get the silence and the ulti down. The inhib tower is now destroyed. Can they hold off on the inhib? I don't think so. They have Tristana. They have the chief demolitions officer of Summoner's Rift at play.
That's Ziggs.
Give me this.
So yeah, really good rotation there on the side of They Are Here. They're going to be
This
able to
is
go
going to
ahead
go right in Elder. No, Hillary Clinton needs a TP bot. Hillary Clinton, TP bot. TP bot right now. Screw
no,
the
I
team
don't
fight.
think
TP bot.
he is. I think he's
He
trying
needs
to look
to.
for a way in.
He needs a TP bot.
Gets pushed off.
He has Baron. He needs just TP bot. That's Elder for them. That's a 3-stack Elder. Oh, that should have been a TP bot for Hillary Clinton, I think.
Oh,
There it is.
out
Too
decides.
late.
He should have done that before.
It's too late.
This was actually going to be
Suicide.
maybe good.
Oh,
He gets
no,
the inhib
just,
tower.
Just get away. Just leave.
He has Flash.
Triss saved him.
Oh, righteous glory.
Jirachi saved him with that buster shot.
If Hillary
I
Clinton
thought it
does
was the
that
headbutt.
before the fight, that's the inhib. And maybe more.
No, it's buster shot.
I think it was Buster Shot too. It was a longer range than Headbutt would be.
Oh, gotcha.
So here we are. 47 minutes into the game. Still have no idea who's gonna win. Still have no idea who has the advantage right now. Because
I
we have a
think-
triple stack Elder with Baron on the side that they are
I
here.
think here you go the 4-1-0 push.
Oh no, they don't have Baron, right. Senu's got Baron. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm at-
and the thing is that the Baron is actually on the Garen.
I think Jin still
Jin
has
has
it
it.
too. I don't Jin did not die in that fight.
He hasn't
Oh,
died ever.
Right. That was my logic for how I knew he didn't die in that fight, just for the record. But we do have 2 open inhibs. That's huge, actually. Because now, any minions that come into the base, like you don't have any way to fend off minions that are getting funneled in. So if you get caught with your pants down, 5-man in bot lane, and the wave's crashing into your tower, then you might just lose the inhib to minions at this point, because you don't have a tower to defend it there. And that's you know, they didn't get the inhib. The hook is that's the interaction. That's how it's supposed to play out for the Tristana.
Fuck that interaction.
I was waiting for a second to see if we got baited with a fun interaction. But well played by Jirachi to not die. Does have the GA. It's very hard, for what it's worth, to kill Jirachi at this point. And it's actually very hard to kill Elucida at this point as well, because he also has a GA that's active. Although all-in coming on to Juice Me Mommy, can he get the Zonias off in time? He's gonna actually use it, just gonna get the stun on a new Kappa Turk. And we're gonna settle with a lots of flash for Juice Me Mommy in the end. The hook! Whew, that was close. That is a huge wave in bot lane right now.
Oh!
He's
the
dead.
burn!
He's dead. No,
Oh,
he's
that's
dead.
Zonias?
He's just dead. Yeah.
The trend. And this might be the
I
team
don't
fight
think
that
Family
they are
Man's
here are
there
looking
either.
for. The GA is going to be popped off of Family Man. Elucida's going to kill Juice Me Daddy. Shut down. That's a big shutdown goal going over
That's
to
game.
Elucida. And we got a TP coming bot lane from Garfield Juice. Top lane is open though. So this game's not over yet.
There's
That's-
way too
that's
long
a
on the
minute
death
on Jin.
timers. Look at the
That-
death
It's a
timers.
long death timer.
There's no way they can hold this. It's got to be game.
I guess we'll find out
It'll-
next time.
They have 35 seconds on 2 members.
I would think it would be.
This game.
But if Hillary Clinton and Front Lash can put together the god tier defense here.
Oh.
Flash Fortbreaker onto Jirachi. Assault and Battery gonna get on him,
Yes,
gonna
the
blow
GA.
the GA.
They're out of turrets.
The Nexus
They're
is
out of turrets.
open. Can they kill Jirachi before he kills the Nexus? They can. They are. Hillary Clinton is still alive,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. The Nexus is going to fall 24-20. They are here actually winning with a gold deficit. Because they won the game 4.8k gold down. Whew.
Yeah, Triss just got online. They weren't able to
If yep,
deal. Send Nudes had to win that game around, I want to say, the 40 to 45 minute mark. Just didn't
and they just
happen.
couldn't quite punch it through. Well,
Yeah,
and you kept hearing me saying like Tristana's not online yet. Tristana's not online yet. Guess what?
yeah,
Tristana's online now. Tristana's full build.
yeah.
There's
Well,
never a
it
more online moment than when
yeah.
Tristana is full build.
I think it started to really decline once the Tristana got the Guardian Angel, because of the
Yes.
fact that even though they may have gone for a Hail Mary hook, with the Blitzcrank, it would have been fine, because she would have still been able to at least live Buster Shot, or you know get away from the situation after the GA was popped. And I don't think Send Nudes really had a clear cut way of engaging. Like Juice Me Daddy had a lot of great hooks in the mid game, and you really saw the results of that coming into like the 35 to 40 minute mark. However, once the members of They Are Here got tanky enough, I mean, you don't want to pull an Alistar, you don't want to
Nope.
pull a Maokai. So at that point, it really limited the amount of plays that Juice Me Daddy can actually make, because of the fact that they weren't going to burst down any of those targets.
Exactly. You're like reading my
So
mind
yeah,
because that's exactly what I was gonna say. You're not gonna kill Maokai. You're not gonna kill Alistair. Xerath has a Banshee's Veil, and you have QSS, GA on Jirachi, and a GA on Graves. Like,
yeah, just really unfortunate there. Send News couldn't punch it out, but congrats to They Are Here. They kind of held steadfast. They were putting up the rotations, really utilizing that triple air drake to be able to go around the map, and to really just kind of stem the bleeding enough to where their tanky members can get tanky enough to win those team fights. Even Xerath pulling out a Banshee's Veil, really limiting what Vi could do as well. So really good stuff there from They Are Here, just kind of weathering the storm.
yeah. One thing I'd like to just point out, it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of a fun fact for me. The damage spread on the side of Send Nudes is very interesting because you have 21.3k on Garen, 21.2k on Vi, 24.1 on Annie, and 27.6 on Jin. That might be the most balanced damage chart that we've seen in PMLCS history. It's kind of hilarious to me. But playoff implications, because this is why this game had to be played. There were chances that this game wouldn't have had to be played, but it did have to. So They Are Here won, giving them a 10-8 record, which ties them with OEG at 10-8. They Are Here own that tiebreaker by virtue of 2-0ing OEG during the regular season. So They Are Here will be your third seed. OEG will be your fourth seed. Popo, who won the tiebreak between Popo and NTA, will be your 5 seed. NTA will be your 6 seed. A week after the regular season concluded, our playoff lineup is set. I believe we have one more week off before playoffs will start.
I do believe so. Yes. Oh, also, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the All-Star vote, which
Yes.
will start, I want to say, either later tonight, but we may push that off until tomorrow.
That'll just depend on when it gets made.
Yeah, so just kind of be on the lookout for that, because we will try and have an All-Star weekend kind of ordeal next weekend. So just stay tuned. Ask you, local moderator, when that'll be.
If you're
And,
confused on who mods are, where have you been all split?
Yeah, essentially. Or if you're new to the
No.
channel.
No, seriously, if you don't know who any mods are and you need to know, Greg Adler, also known as Thunderbolts right now, myself, Eric Jesq, also known as O Rangers, Sebastian, I don't remember your last name because I never remember your last name, also known as Uncle Jemima, Will Brooks, also known as Delbo Brooks, and Chris Vanacore, also known as C-Man. That's your mod team. You can get in touch with any of us, and we'll answer any questions. So, I'm going to call it, it's 8 votes to 2. It's Hansu. It's Elucida for player of the game. So, let us reconvene. The player
Also,
of the game.
Will is the torpedo now.
Oh, gosh. That happened a long time ago. My bad. Yeah, it's the Torpedo. And fun fact that I didn't catch until Maye pointed it out. Quarterfinal matchup is actually Menpung versus Sivan. So all of our memes have become our dreams. It will happen.
Wait, what?
Sean, Menbung, and Sivan playing quarterfinals.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to play to the game channel.
Praise
Let's
be
go.
to Menbung.
Hello!
Ah,
Why are you in here?
I was MVP for the first game.
Uh...
That happened like how many weeks ago?
You are the only one who would remember that.
Anyway, I'm calling for a certain Hansu.
Yo, actually, I gotta head out.
Alright, Seb.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, GG's, everybody. See you later.
Oh, GG's Austin, because he's the only one who's in here right now.
Okay.
That's
Well,
me.
GG's Austin, also known as Harder Bang Daddy. So, yeah, good games.
Where is Elucida? Here you get offline. What the heck? I'm about to just move him.
Yeah, he's muted.
So anyway, we'll start talking with Austin. I'm gonna be real with you, because this was not the caster team that we had for Game 1 of this series. I didn't see Game 1, not all of it, but I know you were on the Nasus.
Yeah,
He was a
I got like
monster on the
900
Nasus.
stacks and like
Was it 900?
At least.
pretty close. It was
Wow.
like 880 something, I think.
That's insane.
At
dude.
like 25 minutes, I think it was.
That's legit as heck, actually. Like, that's dang impressive. Is it? Is it
That's
him?
Hansu.
Is it him?
It's him.
The power of the smite has given me the power to bear and steal.
The bung was with them.
The pound was with me.
You say that, but the Baron you stole didn't. Other than stalling out the game, it didn't necessarily like win you the game. And
I think we would have lost if they took
The
the Baron
fact that
instead.
they didn't,
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
You can make an argument for that. Okay. I'll
if
shut
they
up.
had
Spirit.
them with Baron and Elder, just wins the game right there.
Yep.
True. Fair enough. All right. Well, welcome. Congrats on getting the W, and congrats to Sundoons on getting the W 2 weeks ago.
It's the longest series
It's
ever.
me.
The longest
Um,
series I've
I'm glad that it's gotten to the point, just for the record, I'm glad it's gotten to the point that we can, like, kind of joke about it, and everybody seems to be in good spirits about it. So I'm thankful.
We have stream.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were streaming or Sebastian was streaming.
Dylan was streaming.
Oh, never mind.
Oh god, it's even worse.
Okay, I got something I want to say,
No.
and it's that Hillary Clinton is a hypocrite.
What?
You heard it here first, folks.
What?
Why?
Hillary Clinton, upon streaming a certain match between two certain people who may have been matched against each other in a certain match that were maybe casting this match, maybe playing Maokai and Karma, we got flamed by Hillary Clinton because we just constantly tickled each other and made them miss out on a lot of stuff. Well, guess what? The same thing was happening that game.
Hey,
You were just tickling Maokai,
Hey,
and then
hey.
like
There ain't
Dragon
nothing-
Fight was happening.
there ain't nothing good to see about a Karma and a Maokai. You all were blessed with seeing the God King Garen skin.
The only thing good about that skin is that he dances with the wolf when he's doing the
No,
monkey.
stop. You know what
Lion.
sucks about that skin? The voice lines are bugged, so you can move. Like, if you cast your Q, it can play a movement line, an auto attack line, and your Q line at the same time. So you just hear Garen overlapping Garen through the entire game, and it's
That's
awful.
amazing.
Okay, that's awesome, actually. Anyway, Shane, if you got any questions, for me, I have a question, and it's for the side of They Are Here.
Hello. We are in fact here. Yes.
You realize you won that with a gold deficit, correct?
Yes. We also checked, and we were down 12.8k gold at one point.
Was it 12.8?
12.8.
Popo can still throw.
Which we're not proud of, and I think
We're
this
not.
is the
We're
first
not
game
proud. We're not proud of it at all. But like,
Um,
I don't
Well,
know.
tell me about like what was your game plan as a team? Because I mean, you played it generally pretty well for being down. You, with the exception of when Juice McDaddy had some really insane hooks to get some really good key picks on the key players. Ansu.
Yeah, I know.
With the exception
I
of those
know,
times,
I know.
you guys just turtled, used your wave clear, didn't die too much, didn't take any
I
fights you
know.
didn't have to take. Just talk me through your game plan internally, like who kind of led that, that
Tyler.
charge?
Holy
Tyler
new,
did?
new Capaturk. New Capaturk. I mean, it's not a secret right now. He's our shot caller, but like, I mean, we didn't listen. We didn't really listen to him early game. We had our own like game plan of what we wanted to do. It all went to shit. Communication kind of broke down, but we got it back together. And the big thing he was telling us to do was to play within our vision, even though we didn't have a lot of it. And I mean, there were a couple of picks that happened because we went into where our vision wasn't. But
And there
Like,
were some
yeah.
picks that were just virtue of Juice McDaddy being a god on Blitzcrank. Like,
yeah,
he played really well. I have to give
He
a
did.
little shout out to him, despite not necessarily the best looking scoreline. Some really insane playmaking from Juice McDaddy on the Blitzcrank. So,
this is true.
I would
Many
have
props.
to agree. The entire game, I was fear Blitzcrank Coke.
oh
So I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh, where am I? Where am I? And I'm dead.
I had QSS GA and my rocket jump, and I was still afraid of Blitzcrank hooks.
yeah.
Like that's Juice Me Daddy played a really good
Mhm.
I
Blitzcrank.
think this might be the first game we won with the goal.
No, I might be the first game that's been won in
Is this-
PMLCS with a
No,
goal
no,
deficit.
for our
No.
team.
No,
For
there's
our
no
team.
chance this is the first one ever.
Really?
This might be the biggest comeback.
Hmm.
There's a chance.
Oh, we came back from like 12k down,
Okay.
and we won with.
Oh,
it,
wait.
So.
Oh wait, yeah. Like come back from
Because
like
Popo,
biggest
Popo can still throw.
yeah biggest goal
Yeah,
deficit to a win. It doesn't matter if like we had the goal
I
deficit.
understand what you're saying.
I'll double check.
It's not a big deal. It's definitely close.
Stats, man.
So for Hillary Clinton and the other representatives from said nudes who aren't here, I was just
called out.
being
Me and
no, I
my
was being
ego.
facetious. I was being facetious. That wasn't a call out. I'm sorry it sounded that way. Tell me, the season's over. You guys got some wins. What's next for said nudes? What is the major plan for you as an organization moving forward?
I mean, the season's over. You've been in enough seasons to know once the season's over, the teams disband slowly as everybody abandons the tag because there's more teams popping up. I already abandoned the Sends Nude tag for the Church of Bung. I mean, that's obvious. It needed to happen. I wasn't going to leave Not Our President, and I wasn't going to leave
Big
big
anime,
anime
titties.
titties. So, like, but
I'm sorry. That question just came to me so randomly, and I'm glad it had the result that it did. Thank you for entertaining me, Austin.
like, I think
I mean,
we
there's
got sort of what we wanted. We started the season off slow because we were in positions that kind of got
I mean, you were playing jungle. like,
I don't think that was as much of the problem as we had no cohesion because we rarely ever practiced and everybody was
that'll
kind of
do
in
it
an
too.
off roll. And Ben had this problem where his roommates were really loud, so he could never use his comms in any game.
that's
because-
unfortunate.
His background noise was louder than he was, and so that kind of sucked. And then we had our times, and it was pretty tilting, and we all kind of it was bad. So then we started doing a bit better when we switched it around, but it still wasn't working. And then we finally started getting some wins, and
Yeah.
it was all right. We were starting to have fun with it. This game, we lost, but we still kind of had fun with it because it really didn't matter.
Oh, I bet.
Good.
And it looked like you guys were playing with fun. You were playing free and loose, and you gave Caleb
mean,
Blitzcrank.
You should have heard the comms when I did that teleport play. That
No,
wasn't
okay,
I
stop.
didn't decide to not teleport there. They were calling, our team was calling, go in, get in there, stop the dragon, get in, stop the dragon.
That's a
wasn't-
5v2. You needed to just TP bot lane.
Okay,
But that's
we,
irrelevant.
We agreed earlier that because a big problem we had early on was arguing with shot calling. We agreed early on
I
we
got
were
you.
just going to go with the shot calling for better or for worse.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and that's
because it's better than everybody making split decisions and
exactly
not fighting.
exactly. There's nothing
So-
wrong with that in the end.
Afterward, they were like, there was no call because they're like, oh, we kind of lost. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going for it because I knew I was going to be able to get out, even if I hadn't gotten.
Because you had
Jinx
Flash and your.
I don't know if it was Jinx Ult or Alistair,
Well,
but even without
Jinx,
that,
Jinx wasn't in
it
the
was-
game. It was Buster Shot.
It was
I mean,
Buster
Jinx-
Shot.
Tristana, but
It was Buster
with
Shot. Yes.
tenacity and the fact that I can cleanse and exhaust with my Q and just run away, I just wanted
And you
that
had
tower.
Flash though. Like,
Yeah.
well, I really truly think.
But the comms at that point, they saw it going, and everybody was like,
I believe it.
I would like to submit that the future of send nudes is they're still accepting nudes.
We haven't gotten any, and my inbox has like 16 gigabytes of space ready. So
See, okay, does it have to be nudes of ourselves, or can it just be any old nudes we find on the internet?
Stop.
Hold on, really quick in the chat I saw. Super
did I miss
Kami
one?
asked me to say,
Nope.
Hiya!
Stop. Anyway, looking towards playoffs, for they are here.
And me.
Mate, you are. Shut up. That is y'all versus me. Tell
Y'all are
me about
trash.
Tell
Y'all
me
are
about
trash.
this
We're gonna
match.
kick your butts.
Tell me about this matchup.
No.
I hope
Actually,
enemy top laner doesn't lag this time so we can properly kick his ass.
No. I mean, it's a different NTA, and by different NTA we mean NTA doesn't exist because it's Marble Olympics.
I also
Yeah.
think. Well, I mean, the cat's out of the bag that I'm back in jungle. Like everybody knows that.
I mean, yeah, but also like with the position swaps, it's a different team to prep for. Like, it's not like we're not just gonna be like, oh, we 2-0'd them regular season, oh, blah, blah, blah. Even if it was
Even
the
if you
same
did,
lineup,
it's-
we wouldn't just be resting on
I know
that.
what you
Like,
mean.
we're still gonna, like, I mean, Gio and I are gonna do our research, and yeah.
I know what you mean. Well, cool. Predictions for playoffs for first round? You guys want to do that, or do you want to leave it alone?
Big anime titties sweeps it all.
Big Anime Titties wins it all. You heard it here first, folks.
I don't feel like touching our match, but PPO
That's fine.
2-1 over OEG.
I think whatever team wins is going to swap their top laner out like 8 times throughout playoffs. And I'm going to be playing in the finals match again.
Oh, I love you.
Nanachi.
That. I'm gonna call it. Dylan, did you want to ask any questions?
Nope. I'm just here
Okay.
so I don't get fined.
Okay, Miles. Anyway, with that being said, we finally finished the regular season for the Season 4 PMA LCS.
About time.
Like we alluded to, be looking out in the next couple of days for All-Star voting and award voting. We haven't solidified it yet, but we were discussing an idea of doing some kind of like old man award. Don't know what it would mean or
Oh,
what
we
it
should-
would do, but
We should have some more awards thrown in, like, I mean, MVP, rookie, sub,
Well,
yada, yada.
MVP rookie, sub, most
I mean,
improved for sure.
those-
all gonna
We
be
know
there.
who that
Those-
is. MVP.
Those are great, but
Golden
like,
Savior Award.
And basically,
Fun stuff.
we've at least been discussing ideas for some fun stuff that we could do. Maybe, who knows if we'll do any of it, but the ideas are there, and it'll also have all-star voting for situations like role swaps. Whatever role the player played the majority of the split in is their role for all-star voting. So, like, I can't be voted as a jungler because obviously I would win it.
if anyone would like to check stats to make their all-star votes,
I mean, the only teams that would affect. Oh, I see what you're saying.
and
Gotcha.
yeah, and on the stat sheet, everyone is listed in the roles they played the most of this
Mhm.
season. So yeah,
Well, and I think the only teams it affects are my team and Send Nudes. But Send Nudes, it's the positions that they ended in because I believe they played.
Yeah, they-
6 weeks in that. In
they
those roles.
played easily most of the.
It was
games
5
like
or
that.
6, which is still a majority.
They played
and
6
then-
weeks in the current configuration.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then for my team, it's the original configuration that we had. So the first 7 weeks of our season. So. Was there
It's all
anything
in the
else?
stats doc.
I
Check out
do
the
have a
stats doc.
legitimate question now, though. For
that?
Elucida, who stole the Baron, you or Julio?
I would like to say our Lord and Savior, Menbung's Smite.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
That is all.
Anyway.
Praise.
That is it. Be on the lookout for that All-Star voting and whatnot. We have a week off. I don't know if anything's going to happen. We may do All-Star festivities next weekend if we can get everything situated. So if you anticipate potentially being an All-Star, which there are easily 4 people from every role, you probably know who you are. Try to be thinking about keeping next weekend semi-free for that. Because it'd be awesome to be able to do that and then transition into playoffs right after. And then the week after is playoffs start. So for now, peace out. We'll see you in a little bit.
If you were top 4 in the power rankings of the Bung, then you're probably in contention for All Stars.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ, that was stressful. Why?
Alright, I'm cutting the stream.
We were. Oh my god.